So you let's give 5 minutes. So if 5 minutes, then you will be starting at 7 because I joined before 7. I was expecting students to be ready. So by 7:15 you should start.
Okay, please. Okay, please.
So please share with those who are here, share with your colleagues. Can you see my screen? Please, can you see my screen? Those who have been able to join. I've shared my screen. Can you see?
Yes, please. We can see the screen. I can see the screen.
Okay. So as we wait for them, let's discuss what we are about doing. Then topic for today. So do you have the model?
No, please.
I think it's on the Google, it's on the drive. It was shared with you, right?
Let me check.
A link was shared with you where you can get your models instead. So
Yes,
this is it. It's not so the course is computer application in document processing, but on the model, this is how it is. Document processing 2. And this is the code. The only difference is that we were using this earlier for the education students for the same course. So that is why you can see AMD211D. But yours is ADM211D. It's the same course. So don't be confused. That's why I am showing the pair so that you wouldn't get confused. So if you go check the model, you will see it, document processing. So this is what we are using for computer application. It's the same. It is the model, the actual model for computer application. Documents processing. Please, are you okay? You understand? Did you get the explanation?
Good morning, madam.
No, please.
Okay. Good morning.
Please, can you kindly tell us the sentence you are teaching?
Computer application in document processing. Please, who am I talking to?
No, I'm Sylvester. I wanted to know the sentence. If I'm from Fiasmine, so I wanted to know if I'm part of your.
Okay, computer application in documents processing.
Okay, I understand that one, but I understand that one, but I wanted to know the center you are teaching. Let's say Fiasman Wenchi Inchi. So I wanted to know if Fiasman is part of your class.
Yes, man. But
Yeah.
don't you have? But you have the timetable, the schedule. We are two, Madam Anas and myself. We are two. So it has been divided. The centers have been divided for us. So if you check the link, you see where you belong.
Yeah, I have checked, but on my I have checked, but on my main timetable from Fiasman is you, Miss Eva Aduchumwa. But the online timetable they give to us is Madam Anastasia.
Okay, so don't worry, here, remain with me, okay? After the class, we can sort it out, okay?
Okay.
We are teaching the same thing. But you need to know where you really belong because the presentations.
Hello, madam.
Yes, Cecilia.
Madam, please, I can't hear anything.
But
my screen is also not showing.
But when you called madam and I responded, did you hear?
No, my screen is not showing, and some of my colleagues are also saying they can't hear. That's
Can you hear my response?
Hello.
Did you hear what I just said?
Hello.
Cecilia.
Hello.
But the others, can you hear me?
Yes, madam.
So, Cecilia, check your internet. Okay. Cecilia. Cecilia. Okay. Someone should tell Cecilia to check her internet, or she can change position. Her position. Please, our time is up. 7:16. William. Our 5 minutes is up. So you see, I don't know why sometimes students you don't want to follow instructions. The link is there. Click on it. Some are complaining, madam, the link is not working. But it's the same link I also used to join. So if you try and it's not working, don't try once, you keep trying. You see, we are all working with the internet. So encourage your colleagues to keep trying, okay? Please, can you hear me?
Yes, madam, we can hear you.
Tell them that you have been able to join so they can join through the same link, or share with them. You can copy and share. We don't have a page now. I would have shared on the page for everyone. So before we start the class, I want to someone called yesterday. Please, who called yesterday? The person also, not William. Someone called yesterday. The person called right now. Your last number is 15. Have you been able to join? Let me post that. Yes, your last number is 15. Have you been able to join? 05544. It's all started. William. William. Lash B. Is anyone from Lash B here? So I'm calling out the sentence again so that we know this. Yeah. Instead of calling, try joining. Try using the link. Do we have Tamale? Anyone from Tamale here? Botek. Can you hear me?
Madam,
Please, can you
madam.
hear you?
Sokode, are you here?
Hello, madam.
Florencia.
Yes, please. I'm from Lashibi.
Lashibi, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tamale.
I was having difficulty accessing the audio.
The link, yes. So encourage your people. Is the link is I think it's the internet also, so they can join.
Okay.
Do you have a page for Platinum?
Hello. Yes, the link. It's on the what do you call it? It's on
so
the
this is what we are going to
on the model.
So this is what we are going. The WhatsApp page. Myself, I've not been able to access that WhatsApp. When I click on it, it doesn't work. Is it working now, Florencia?
Our WhatsApp page is working. I'm on the general business platform, and then the management, or this one.
So,
is there any different WhatsApp page you are referring to? The link was linked on it.
Hold on. Are you talking about the WhatsApp page on the schedule? The WhatsApp link on the schedule.
This very schedule. No, I'm new. This is my first.
No, madam, it's not that one.
Yes, we can.
All the centers have their various WhatsApp platforms.
So this is what we are going to do.
Talking about.
So, William, to everyone, listen. I want 2 volunteers from different centers. So, William, you are from Lashby. You and Florencia are all from Lashby.
Madam, I'm not from Lashby. I'm from Riverview.
So, William, you see the message button. You click on it, put your number there, and individuals from the various centers also put your numbers there, so that William, you use their numbers to create a WhatsApp page so that they can add their colleagues to it right now. So you can start posting your numbers there.
Okay, madam, I'm creating the WhatsApp page. I'll put the link the link on the page
Okay,
so that you can.
On the page. On which page? On here, on the here.
Yes, on the Google Meet. So those of us who are present can copy and paste.
And send it to our various units.
So me
Yes,
need
please.
to share it here.
Okay.
Whilst we are having the class.
Yes, please.
I think that would be perfect. Then, yeah, so I think the link will be better. Let's start. I think we can start. Can we start?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, I am reiterating what I said earlier about the model. Those who have joined, I hope you can see my screen. Celia, can you hear me now? So I was saying that this is the model we are using. This is the model for computer application in document processing. It's document processing too with this code on the Google Drive. A Google Drive, a link will be shared with you. I don't know whether you've seen it. After we create the page, if you don't have access to that link, it will be shared with you where you have all your models posted there. So you click on it and you download your model. So this model I am showing here, document processing tool, will be there. It's there already. If you don't have access to it, after the class, you can get access to your model. It belongs to you. So you need to download it to aid in your studies. So don't go searching for computer application document processing. Look for computer document processing too, like what I'm showing on the screen. So this is the original model for the course. Do we all understand?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So let's go through the topics. So we are starting with Unit 1. Unit 1 talks about designing job application letters and CV. So you all know this, you are in level 2, so you know that every unit has 6 sessions. So you're going through it. And I want to remind you that just like you did last semester, this semester too, in your courses that you did. I hope you all did presentations, right?
Yes, madam.
So this semester to be doing presentations. So when it's time, the topics will be shared with you. I want you to now preparing your mind to take whatever you'll be doing serious. What we are doing from day 1 till we finish, you keep mute yourself. So we finish with the presentations, take everything serious. Because if you take it serious in my class, you can easily pass into your marks and go. Okay, if only you take it serious. Try. I know some people don't even have, sometimes you don't even have money to buy data. Call your family members for money and buy data and join the class. Because it's an online class, everything will be done online. So please try and join for me and pass for me. If you don't want to pass for me. Okay. So we are starting with designing job application letters. So before we start, two people should tell us what they know. When you say job application letters and CVs, what comes to mind? What is it? Designing job application letters. In a minute, tell us what you know about job application letters and CVs, or I should mention names. Anyone can volunteer and tell us what you know about it. We don't have much time, so quickly.
Madam, my hand is up.
Yes. Yeah. Who?
Winfred.
Winfred. Yeah,
Yeah.
Winfred. Please go ahead.
So, job application letters. What comes to mind is a piece of paper you write, a letter you write, or you write to seek employment in a company. You write to tell them what you can do and your qualifications and all that for them to consider you and employ you to work for them. That's what I.
Very good. Thank you very much for taking the piece. William, it's Winfred. Sorry. Thank you. Good job. Who else? Please. Who else? One more person, then you continue. You can talk about either the CV or job application in all groups.
Hello, madam.
Yes, Cecilia.
My understanding to job application letters is writing a letter to seek for job in companies, explaining to them what you are capable of doing, and then your background, your qualifications that you have. Thank you.
Yes, Cecilia, I'm listening.
Madam, I said job application letters is writing, giving information about you on what you are capable of doing, and then your background and your qualifications that you have. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Cecilia. You've done well. Thank you for the contribution. All right. So Winfred and Cecilia, all what they said to you. So in our context, let's look at what our model is saying. So before we go into the model, we all know that before you are offered an employment, how some of you will share your experience. I know most of you are already working. So those who are working will tell us how they got their job, their experiences with application letters, they putting in their application letters and their CVs, how they applied and how they were able to put their CV together and submit, or how they did it. So please start putting your thoughts together so that you share your experiences with us. So before you are offered employment to work in any organization, ideally you would first have to put in an application letter. So the job application letter is the only means through which the applicant seeking for the opportunity to express his or her interest. And it is also the only means that the organization that you are putting in your application to will be able to get information about you through the job application letter and the CV. It is a way you are telling them your competencies, your skills, your educational background, the things that you are capable of doing. You will find all those things in your job application letter, as well as your CV. Normally, the application letters sums up or gives a brief explanation or details about what you have in your CV, in your resume. In that context, you'll be reading resumes. Okay. So if you are applying for a job, you are putting in an application letter and in your resume. You need to take it serious. Some people do it, oh, I've heard this organization is recruiting, let me write something. And they can write like 3 pages. Please give me a second. I think some of your colleagues have
Please, once we wait for Madam to continue, I've posted the WhatsApp link on the comment section. So those of us who are here, copy it and paste on your various platforms so that they can join. Thank you.
It's ongoing. Why? So it's the same link. It's the same link, and the class is ongoing. You keep trying. You can change your position or check your internet. All right, sorry. I think some of your colleagues are finding it difficult to say. I think they'll be calling for me today for the first. Normally, the first lecture, that's what happens. You manage. Yes. So you need to take your application, your job application letters serious. Now let's look at what goes into writing a successful application letter. So an application letter communicates, we talk about already that it communicates with the prospective employer your interests, your qualifications, your skills, and all that for the position you are applying for. So this letter that you add to your resume is called a cover letter. Normally, I've seen people applying for a job with only their resume without adding the letter. The letter is important. We call it the cover letter. So normally, you add the cover letter to your resume. So it is called the cover letter. The job application letter that you add to your resume or your CV is called the cover letter. So that cover letter provides summary. I've talked about it, but I'm repeating what I said. That provide the summary or a brief, or it talks about the major points in your CV or your resume. So the resume is attached to your letter. I talk about that also already. So there are some application letters and interesting method, two types of letter. So in your job application letter or in your cover letter. Now I'll be using the job application letters and the cover letter interchangeably so that if you see the cover letter somewhere, I'm not saying you come in there now. If you see it somewhere, and you see job application letter, you didn't confuse. So in your application letter, it contains two types of letters. The job application letter contains two types of letters that are put together. It contains both the personal letter and the sales letter. So we are saying that in your job application letter, it contains both a personal letter. The personal letter talks about you. It is personal. The cover letter is personal because it is you are communicating yourself to someone or to an organization. You are selling yourself to someone. You are telling the organization that this is what you are capable of doing. So you are talking about yourself in a way that they will choose you over others. Remember, you are not the only person applying for an employment that against your organization or company. You are applying with others, you are competing with others. So you need to sell yourself. That's why the sales letter comes. So the personal letter aspect of the application letter is means that whatever you are saying in the letter matters about yourself and talk about it and I'm explaining to people that you are telling yourself, you are telling them the things you can do in a way that they will accept you, they will choose you over the others. Then the sales part also it is supposed to sell the writer as a test and what's called one. When you are telling them about yourself and you are also selling yourself to them. So you must be able to persuade them. So the persuasion part of your application letter is the sales part. You are persuading them that you are the best candidate for it. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
It will take you serious. And then sometimes if you read some application letters, job application letters or cover letters, hey, you yourself writing the letter. If someone writes the same letter to you as an employer, you will not employ the person. So you should be able to persuade them. Don't wear use flattery words. They are not your boyfriend or girlfriend. You should be formal, but you should contain both the personal aspect talking about yourself and the persuasive part that is the sales aspect. So we are saying that a job application letter contains two parts. What are the two parts? You said a job application letter contains there are two letters list together. The first one is what?
The cover letter and then the resume.
The cover letter is the job application letter we are talking about. That is attached to the CV. And I'm saying that the cover letter or the application letter are a mixture of two types of letters. What are they? I've just explained it.
Personal letter and then this.
Personal letter and sales letter.
Very good. So the personal letter and the sales letter. So the purpose of the application letter, looking at what we said so far, the main purpose of the application letters are to convey the potential employer of your qualifications or your skills for the vacancy position. That is the bottom line. At the end of the day, whatever you are telling them is that you should be employed. So your application letter to be able to serve that purpose. Please, after you share or you contribute, mute yourself. I'm getting some feedback from Adenia. Mute yourself. You know, if you have any contribution, you'll mute yourself and you mute. Types of application letter. We have solicited application letter and unsolicited application letter. Please, can you repeat after me? Solicited application letter and unsolicited application letter.
Solicited application letter and unsolicited application letter.
Very good. So when we talk about solicited application letter, it is written in response to an advertised vacancy. It simply means that if you take up example, I'm not saying Coca-Cola are advertising for position, but assuming let's use our own school, University of Cape Town advertises for maybe you can see it in the newspapers. Sometimes you can hear it on social media everywhere. So maybe on LinkedIn somewhere that you see it advertising or Coca-Cola Unilever at any other organization. It's advertising for vacancies. And believe that your application letter that you are writing in response to that advert is what a solicited application letter. But in a situation where you are there, you feel like I want to work at UCC, I want to work with Coca-Cola. So I've not seen any advertisement or any vacancy from them, but you are writing to them that you want to work with them. It is an unsolicited application letter. Can you see the difference? Do you understand the difference?
Yes, please.
Yes. So with the solicited, you are writing in response to an advertisement, petition, or vacancy from that organization. But with the unsolicited, they are not advertising. One or two, you want to work with this is you want to work with this and so company. So you write to them. That is an unsolicited application letter. So the unsolicited application letter is also called a prospecting letter. It's also called a prospecting letter. So I'm saying that unsolicited application letter is also called what?
Prospecting letter.
Prospecting letter. Normally, I ask this. I help some people learn through this. So you see somewhere and remember a madam asked and you replied with the answer. So unsolicited letter is what we call a prospecting letter. And I am repeating that it is written to an organization that has not advertised for the vacancy. So here we write hoping that the company has reached. You are hoping. Because you don't know whether they have a vacant position or not. Now, do you know that sometimes it works for people? You know that?
Yes, please.
Please, I'm asking you respond so that you make the class interested. Do you know that it works for people sometimes?
Yes, please.
Yes. Do you have anyone with an experience here? These who have written an unsolicited letter, application letter, and it's work, and you were offered a job. Oh, or you know someone who wrote an unsolicited application letter and it's work.
Madam,
Yes, real quick.
I didn't get, it wasn't an employment, but I was already working in the company, and then there were some few things I wrote to my boss, and then they implemented them. I wasn't asked to write, but then I just did it. I observed and then I did, and they implemented them. Does that count?
So you were working with them as what?
No, I was a project manager for them.
Okay, so but you said you were already working with them and you wrote to them for what?
There were
For
there were some dealings in the company, things in the company that wasn't going well. But then I just observed the way things were done, and I wrote to my boss on them on how we could, change things and go about things for us to get better results. And then when I sent it, he implemented them.
oh, okay. So yours was an input.
Yes. So does that count as unsolicited application?
So with the unsolicited, here we are talking about someone wanting applying for a job. Someone who is not working with the organization. The
Okay.
person is now applying for a job.
Okay, madam. All right. Sure.
No, madam.
So yes.
I've had an experience at my work, but
Please, is it Florentia?
Yes.
Okay.
There were so many applications in the file. Those who wrote also without adverts, they wrote them for some months, years, and they were compiled in a file. So when we were looking for such positions, we had to refer to the file, application file, and then we realized that some have written. So we had similar positions that we would have lacked. So we called on those persons and then organized interviews for them. And then some had it.
Oh, that's okay. So you were not, but rather you were working with the organization.
Exactly.
And
so people have written
also, yes.
So they are always compiled in the file, applications file.
Oh, that's good. So did you know that what they did was an unsolicited application letter?
Yes, it was unsolicited because there was no act.
So you knew that what they did, you knew the term was unsolicited?
Yes, it was unsolicited.
Okay, very good. Please, so I hope you are encouraging your colleagues to be doing. Sometimes you can be doing it, it works. So Florentia is saying that with Helga, she was working with an organization that they needed some people to fill down positions. And people had already written letters that they had not advertised. Okay, so they had written unsolicited application letters, and they went to that file, picked some people, and called them, organized interviews, and those who were selected. Thank you very much, Flourish. So that is it. So sometimes it works. So you can try. You can be trying. People do it. No attract for her where you want to work. So you want to work with them. Sometimes it works. Okay. Because you see with the solicitor, that one, the moment it drops, everyone, the moment you advertise in the newspaper, everybody is after that organization. So sometimes it becomes very, very competitive. Very competitive. So let's continue with formatting job application letters. So when it comes to the guidelines for writing successful job application letters, please mute yourself. Your font size. Please, do we all know the font size? Do we all know font size?
I guess some know, some do not.
Yes,
Who is talking? Who is talking for who? Who is talking for people? Hey, can you see my? Can you see? I
Madam,
am
please, William.
displaying. Okay, I'm displaying a blank page. Can you see? Or you can still see your model. What are you
yes.
seeing on
Currently,
top?
We
currently
are
is the
seeing the
model
model.
that
Okay. Are you sure? So nobody is seeing a blank page.
No.
no, please.
Okay. So let me explain. Then I will show you after the explanation. I'll show you what I was talking about. That will be better. So the formatting for writing successful job application letter as at now, everyone here should know what we are discussing. I'll take it through. So the font size, you should pay attention to the font. So the recommended traditional format font is the Times New Roman, Arial, Calibri, and font size between 10 to 12. I will advise you choose 12 because there are some people that they have uh, they have problems when it comes to reading. Okay, so for 12 is standard. So between 10 to 12, 10 sometimes it's a bit slow. It makes your your letter very difficult to read for some people. So 12 is standard or 11. So Times New Roman is standard. Calibri area is also good. So this font is recommended. Then the format, a letter of application letter should be single space with a space between each paragraph. Single space, I'll show you. Then use about one margin on each side of the paper align. You align your text to the left, which is the standard alignment for most documents. So we have the font and the format. Then we also have the length. So application letter should not be more than a page. This one is very important. I want Florentia. You have experience with that among your colleagues. When you were going through the letters, did you consider these things, the format we are discussing?
Yes, madam. They are all
Mhm.
considered. And I even
Have you
wanted to
realized? I
ask,
don't know whether. Mhm, mhm.
is it possible to use font size 14? Especially, yes, maybe font size 14. Is it possible?
14. Okay, so
Yes.
you know font size 14, right?
Yes, I know font size
When you
14.
see font size 14, what comes to mind as someone using it in an application letter?
Oh, it's bigger.
Yes. Why should
It's
you use
bigger. In
14?
fact, anyway, normally, sometimes it's
Whoa.
even on memos and stuff that I use for short, what do you call it?
Mhm.
Statement within, that is an internal, what do you call it, letters. But with this one, with the application letters, it's just like that. We use 12. The 11 is too small sometimes. So we normally use the 12 and then it's single spaced. Normally it is one page. In fact, sometimes it shouldn't be even up to the last end of the page. Just something coincide statement so that we know exactly. Because if it's long, nobody is willing to read a
Yes.
literature on on yourself. So it's waste time, and there are many too. There are so many. So just pick the shortest one, very concise one, and then get it.
Mhm.
It's in the CV that you see all the things you need to see, but this is just what for the preview of what you have out.
Yes. So very good. Florentia will make this my work easier for me. Your Florentia has the experience and can easily share with you. So you see, with what she said earlier, the example she gave earlier concerning they going to the unsolicited letters. Let me tell you, when it happens, okay, in an organization that, oh, there are some positions, let's go through this unsolicited letters. So sometimes you can ask her, they will pick some letters, no matter what you did. Sometimes just the phone, this person is not serious, they throw it some because there are many and they are selecting people. I think they better of font size 14. Font size 14 is big and you have written 2, 3 pages. Hey, you want them to sit down and read. They will not even look at it. If I ask you, they will not look at it. So you make your application simple. It shouldn't be more than a page. It shouldn't be even up to a page. I always advise people because everything is in your CV. You are just giving a brief Okay. You are mentioning some few points in your CV or your resume. Then you put it together and make it brief, concise, easy to read for whoever will be going through the letters. Okay. So your font size, and you go and choose. I will be going through the some of the font. You go and choose some font that the letters have maybe higher style. Because we have new Times New Roman there, Arial, new choose that. You go and choose Obi person or you're in the application letter is stylish. You are applying for a job and you want to do it stylish. Some even will add flowers to it. Flowers, it's a formal letter, so you should make it formal. You talk about the length. Please don't go and do designing in your application letter. And paragraph, we'll be looking at today how type of paragraph, and I think in the other session. So you use the block style, which I'll be talking about this. So the block style format with all text beginning at the left margin is most preferable. So the paragraphing is also important. Sometimes you can also use the indented style, which we also be talking about. We'll be looking at it. Then we have part of application letter. So with the part of application letter, you need to make sure that all these parts are there. You need to make sure that you have all these parts in your application letter, else your application letter is not accepted or is not the right way of writing an application letter. It's not up to standard. I think that's the right. So the part of application letter, we have the address, we have the address, followed by the sender. So with the address, we have the sender's address and the insert. So what is the sender's address? What do you think is the sender's address?
Madam,
You're
please.
writing the letter.
Yes. So in this case, if it's Florentia writing the letter, Florentia's letter, address is the sender's address. If it's William, if it's Cecilia, whoever, it's the sender's address is you, the one writing the letter, your address. Very important. Then the inside, yes.
Well,
Please
Ito,
mute
hirap
it.
mo na.
Okay. Then the second is the inside address. The inside address is the organization you're writing to. And some of the mistakes that most people do, if you're writing to an organization, don't address your letter to the organization. That may be because of people. Where should you go to? Address it to an individual, maybe the dean. Normally, with the solicited application, they will tell you maybe the director, the CEO, whoever, the HR. But they are not Coca-Cola company, you know, a draw or can see. Yeah, where should you go to? You should be specific. Anytime you are applying, if you've made that mistake before, please don't repeat it again. Or Florentia, that's right? Or in your organization.
Yes, you are very right.
You address it to the organization.
No, to the specific individual.
Yes, an individual. Maybe the director, the HR, or
HR manager. Most of the time. Or if it's solicited, they didn't specify the exact person sometimes. And the exact mail you should send you.
please, are you sharing something with that? Hey, please mute yourself, we beg.
What I say.
Okay. Please mute yourself.
Ernestina, can you please mute yourself?
If you don't mute you, I'll mute you myself. Don't worry. Just that sometimes it takes time. So we have, please pay attention to the address. I'm saying that if you're applying for employment or a job to an organization, address your letter to an individual, the HR, the HR director or manager, the director, the whoever. Okay, all right. Then the salutation. So in the greeting, it is the greetings of the letter. It is advisable that your salutation takes the form of ESL or madam. Don't go and write hello, sweetheart, my darling. ESL, madam, that is the formal way. If you are not sure of the gender or name of the missing, sometimes you may not be sure. If you are not sure, you do it ESL or madam. If you are sure, you make it ESL or madam, depending on maybe. If you are not sure, you use both. Then the subject heading. So every business letter has a heading. So the caption on the subject line, which indicates the subject matter or content of the letter. So the subject line is inserted after the salutation head. It identifies immediately the purpose of the letter. So I'll be showing you an example. Then the body. So when it comes to the body of the application letter is divided into three. Mainly, we have the introduction. With the introduction, that is where you are going to talk about. It's usually the first paragraph of your letter, which captures your reader's attention and set the tone for the letter. So normally the introduction is very, very important. So the body has to we have the introduction, which you should take it seriously. Now, remember we talked about solicited and unsolicited application letters. Solicited and unsolicited application letters. So the introduction for solicited application letter will be slightly different from unsolicited application. Because remember that the solicited application letter, you are making reference to the advert you saw, maybe the newspaper. So you can see my screen here. So some of the examples you can use, these are just examples with the solicited with reference to your advertisement in the Daily Graphic, dated 15th January 2021. I wish to apply for the position of referring to your advertisement in response to your advert. So here you can see that all the examples is telling you that you are making it's very important. If it is solicited, meaning the position was advertised, then make reference to the advertisement. Please, are you following?
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
madam.
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Yes,
So
please.
you make reference to the advertisement. But when it's unsolicited, you are not making reference, you didn't see any advertisement anyway. You decided to put in your letter hoping that you were called for interview or you'll be given the position. So example, having come to understand from a reliable source that you are actively looking for a suitable candidate for the post. A consultant friend of mine has asked me to send my application for the post. Some people can lie, but that one, you are trying to put in both the sales aspect and the paper. You remember the two types. The two
Yes.
types of letter. So sometimes one thing I've realized also is that everything you put in a letter, remember, sometimes when you go for the interview, they will make reference to you. Some, or not all, but some of them. And it depends on the panel. Some of the panel members they request for your letter so that anyone will become a question. And normally, you know that every interview you go, your CV is there. All the panel members have the resume on your CV. And most of the questions they will have to do with your CV. And it's funny, the panel members will ask you questions on your own CV and say, really, you don't know. You said you've worked here, then me, I have no idea. It happens to. It happens. You're going to be able, and your competences, your skills. I'll tell you a story if we have time. You said you are going to apply for software engineer. Meanwhile, you're going to do three months course. and you put their tools in, so say we are software developer.
Hmm.
They are still for interest. Now you are saying you don't have any idea. Then they are asking you the job you want to be employed on, the position you have applied for. Some of the things you will be doing when you are employed, you are saying, you've not heard those things. Some terms, coding terms, and specific meaning. I didn't apply for that job. Apply it on your CV. Sometimes you exaggerate in your CV and your resume. So pay attention. Then, so remember we are still at the bottom. So we said that the application letter, the part of the application letter, we first said that we have what? The address, followed by the salutation, the subject heading, the body. Then we said that the body contains three parts, which is the introduction, which we look at how the solicited and the unsolicited view. Then we have the floating paragraph. Okay. Then the main body, and then the closing paragraph, and the complementary piece. So we talk about the body having three main parts, the introduction, the main body, and the closing paragraph. So the main body has this where you are going to talk about, you capture the reader's attention. You've already captured the reader's attention in the so with the main body, you are going to talk about your competence. You are convincing them of your qualification, why they should choose you over the other. You put your skills and the qualifications in brief. You try to tell them, oh, I'm good at this. I have this skill. You've done this course. You have this expert. You are an expert in this area. I know that you don't have what to try to make it simple so that it will be easy to read. Then we also have the closing paragraph. So you are not likely to get what you do not ask for. So conclude for requesting the reader to invite you for an interview. Sometimes even asking for you may not get it. So what if you don't ask for it? So you conclude by telling them that you request the reader to invite you for an interview. I want to ask Florencia, have you had any experience where you considered that? Florencia, are you there? You considered maybe a reader adding that you wish that person is the person. I'm talking about a letter where the person will indicate that they should be called for an interview. You pay attention to that. Oh, Florencia is not online. Is Florencia online?
Yes, madam, online. Can you come again?
Maybe the next.
Do you hear the question?
Line was breaking.
Okay, so I was asking that we are talking about the part of the application letter. And we are saying that with the complement, the closing paragraph, sometimes, it's not sometimes, you are not likely to get what you did not ask for. So we advise that applicants should add or conclude by requesting the reader to invite you for an interview. So I'm asking that, do you pay attention to people who add at the closing paragraph that they should be invited for an interview? Do you pay attention to that sometimes?
Not really. Not really. Normally, we just look at the substance.
You just look at what?
The requirement or the particular position.
I can't hear.
Is it okay
I
now?
can't hear you. Yes.
Hello? The line is
Yes.
Normally, we don't check those who request for invitation for an interview. No. We look at the substance in the letter, whether it matches with the requirements we want. And then we call on the person. We just call on the person. We don't check whether you ask for, because normally most applications end up at the interview panel. At the interview. we look at them. But those who ask, no, we don't. Normally we hardly even find an application letter with somebody requesting for an interview, because we all know, even though it's not written, we all know that from the applications you are either taking through an interview or just after consideration you are taking on.
Okay, yeah. So that is your organization.
Yeah.
I have seen some organizations where they also pay attention to, especially those who do the selection. Can't pay attention to it. There are some people who, that's the first thing they will even look at. So, meaning yours with your organization, you are a bit specific. And some of the positions are very competitive. All the applicants, the application letters are good. Who do you select? So sometimes you go, okay, then let's look at what's the content of the letter. It seems everyone, all these 5 people qualify. Their letters are perfect. Okay. Then they move to the next level. So sometimes it depends on how competitive the applicant. So it's important. I would advise you if you are writing it. I have done it before. Add it that you should be invited for interview, request for it. If they don't read like foreign organization, fine, it won't cost anything. But put it there that you are pleading that they will invite you. Sometimes you can even add that you are pleading that they should accept, they should employ you.
Madam, I will write this time. If I'm writing out
Yes,
this time.
you add it to add it. You see, you wouldn't know. Maybe you find yourself, maybe you'll be lucky like foreign organization. Those who will be doing the selection, they won't look at that. But there are some people who are very pet. The things they will look at, you'll be shocked. So in fact, don't give room for any, just add it. Almost kind of fine if you don't read. Fine. Then the complimentary. So with the complimentary close, this is the subscription where you close the letter. If you are closing the letter, don't go and write simple, yours sincere. If your salutation was dear sir or madam. Yes. Is someone calling?
No, madam.
So yours faithful, yours sincere. Don't go and write anything. So this is part of the application letter. This is an example. So you can see the sender's address, the inside address, everything. You can see. So I think we'll be talking more about the parts, the paragraphs in another session. Resumes and CVs. Any questions so far?
Madam, somebody's hand is up. I think Cecilia.
Okay, please ask your question.
Madam, please, I wanted to know if it is compulsory for you when you are writing an unsolicited when you are writing an application letter, is it compulsory that you have to ask for them to call you for an interview, like when you are concluding?
Oh, I mentioned earlier that it's not compulsory, but it is you are pleading. It may be that, like you see, Florentia, your colleague said that for the organization, they don't even need, they don't check. As I'm saying that you shouldn't give. What if the organization you are applying to pay attention to that? So I am not compelling you to ask, but it is something you are advised, you are being advised. That's added. You see this like the things you even ask for, most you may not even get. So what if you don't ask? So it's not a crime to ask.
Madam, Ernestina's hand is up.
Please, you are saying something.
Ernestina Johnson's hand is up.
Ernestina, ask your question.
And this is Ernestina Kunsua. Madam, please, I want to find out when writing an application letter, is it a must to add your CV?
Did you join from the beginning? Or-
Yes, madam. Yes, but my line was breaking.
Okay. So the question again, and I want your colleagues please respond to her question.
The question is, I want to find out whether when writing an application letter, is it a must for you to add your CV?
Someone should respond
Thank you.
to Ernestina's question.
Okay.
You see,
Um,
let me hold on. She's saying that if you are writing an application letter, you add your CV. You understand the question, so respond.
I will say yes, because if you don't add your CV, which will tell them your qualifications and all that stuff, it will be very hard for them to know what you have done before and then what you are capable of doing. Although you will write it in the letter that, oh, I'm a graduate of this, that, but your CV will also tell them exactly. And I know that when you are doing a CV, you add up numbers that if they want to confirm, they can call that number to confirm that. So when you add the CV, it is compulsory for you to add the CV for them to know that this is what you are capable of doing, this is what you've done before.
So your question should agree if you are writing for a job application letter, or if you are applying for a job, should you add your CV to your cover letter? So I explained that if you're talking about adding your CV, if you are applying, just do if you are applying for a job, if you are writing your application letter, said if you are applying for an application, if you are writing an application letter, for which application letter? Job. If you are applying for a job, should you add your CV to your cover letter? So when you are applying for a job, that's why I asked whether you joined earlier. We talked about your application letter and the CV. You can't just put in your CV or your application letter. You put it together. And we mentioned the other word for the CV or the application letter is your cover letter. So the cover letter is added to your CV, or your application letter is added to your CV. It goes together. It goes hand in hand. You understand? And I think you
Yes, madam.
any question? Okay, so now let's move to resumes and CV. Normally we use resumes and CVs interchangeably. Sometimes you use CV, sometimes you use resume. That there is a thin line between CVs and resumes. Very, very slight thin line between CVs and resumes. So a CV reflects more than just your paycheck. Normally, a resume is a summary of your experiences and skills that are relevant to the field of work you are entering. So it is brief. It highlights your accomplishment to show a potential employer that you qualify for the job you are applying for. It is not a biography of everything you've done, but rather, if you want that detail, it can be found in your CV. The CV gives details about your experiences. So the resume or the resume is very brief. Okay, the emphasis is the fact that it's the summary of your experiences, skills relevant to the field of work you are entering, and it highlights your confidence to show the potential employer you qualify for the job. It is not a biography of everything. So it's normally self, please mute yourself. It's normally a self advertisement telling a potential employer how your knowledge, skill, and experiences. So often times resume and CVs are used to achieve that. Now the slight difference I'm talking about is that a resume is a brief summary of your skills, your experiences, and your education. It shouldn't be too lengthy. But with CV, a CV is very, very extensive and it is detailed. It describes your educational background, your teaching, research experience, award, honors, affiliation, your relevant skills, publications, presentations, your other certificates, trainings. It's very detailed. So the resume are normally for employment purposes, while CVs are for academic purposes. I hope you now understand the difference.
Yes, please.
So you realize that normally in a CV, the CV reflects more than just your paid work or your voluntary services you have provided, or your experiences, and so it should be updated often. So that is the difference between the resume and then the CV. Now there are some type of resumes. There are basically three kinds of resumes. We have the chronological resume, the skill or functional resume, and the combination. The difference is that so we have the chronological, I'll be explaining, the functional or the skill resume, and the combination of both the chronological and then the functional together. So you choose which works for you and you go for it. So the chronological resume, this is quite common. It emphasizes what you did in a timeline, beginning with the most recent. So I don't know whether you come across such resumes where you start with what you are doing, your experiences, your current experiences, or your current skills. Then you tone it down to your previous ones. So the emphasis is on your most recent date and work experience first before you talk about the previous ones. So that is you are placing emphasis on your most recent date and work experiences. Okay. It is advised that if you do not have many work experiences, include all. However, if you have more than 20 years experience, do not include all. We better try, but if there are some people they don't have much experience, so you add everything. But if you move also 6 months, every 2 months or by 3 months, so you realize that they have plenty experience. It makes remember we are saying that there's resume that we advise that it's for job applications, and the CV is normally for academic academic purposes. So it means that the resume shouldn't be mean it should be brief. Okay. So if you have more experiences about over 20 years, don't include everything. So that is the chronological. And we are using the term chronological because it begins with the recent. The recent event, the recent experiences, and we tone it down to the previous one. So the advantage is that it's easy to read and write. It is the widely accepted resume format. That is how my resume is. It is the widely accepted one. And I do when you have a steady employment history with no major gaps. And it's excellently itemizes list of work history with paid information. Then the disadvantage is not appropriate if your work history is messy. There are some people their work history is a bit messy. It's messed up. They don't really have a consistent one. That one you can go for the functional one or the skill one we are about to talk about. When there is inconsistency in your work history, when your work history has gaps in years, when you seek a career change, remember we are saying that when your work history has gaps, in 3 years, 5 years, you were not working, then you get a job, you go off, you are laid off or you resign, 3 years, 5 years, you go for another job. It makes your work history inconsistent. So if you go for the chronological, it exposes you. So it's better you use the functional resume or both. So with the skill or the functional resume, we said that we have three types: the chronological, the functional, or the skill, or the combination of the two. So the second one is the skill or the functional resume. So this resume emphasizes the skills and experiences and groups them according to the functions. So here it emphasizes the emphasis is not, remember that the chronological, the emphasis is on the most recent experiences and skills. But here the emphasis is not on what you are doing currently, but rather your skills in general. So you are the emphasis on your skills and experience, and you group them according to the function, but not what you are doing currently. Please, are you following? I hope I'm online.
Yes, madam.
Please, you are
Thank
online.
you. Okay.
Yes,
And
madam.
it presents the job seeker skills and experiences without putting them in a chronological order. So pay attention to this. If you don't have a consistent work history, don't go and choose chronological because it will make your resume not interesting or not attractive. So you go for the functional or where you are talking about your skills, not what you are doing currently. They will know what's starting. The current is 5 years ago. Currently, you are not doing anything. Your current is 2 years ago. It's like you are not serious because there are voluntary jobs you can go in for. Now they will open a bit. But sometimes you don't even have money to go for that voluntary job. You don't have money as transport. So that is another thing. You can't explain all this in your CV. So to cut everything short, you go for the skill or the functional resume. So advantage is that it helps combine your skills that have been gained in a number of areas. Excellent option when the job seeker has a weaker career history. We talk about it. It emphasizes skills that you have perfected, what you have done and can do. It is excellent for new job applicants with little or no career history. And the resume is very important to consider for applications looking for career change. Okay. Then the disadvantage is that this format is not always well received by employers. Yes, because they know that most people who opt for this don't have a consistent career history. But if you don't have choose this one, the format can be difficult to use. Sometimes it's difficult to use. And the combination, the last type of resume is a combination. This type combines both the features of chronological and then the functional resume. It begins with a functional summary of job seekers' most relevant contributions. I think I know I use both. I use both also. You forgot. It begins with a functional summary of the job seekers' most relevant qualifications. So you can use both where you group your skills and experiences, then you start with the most recent and you turn it back. It's also great when you opt for that. Before we proceed, I want to advise you that if you don't have anything to do, fine, you can write to an organization that you want a voluntary service. You just want to work with them. Whether it's voluntary or not, is you are working. Sometimes through that voluntary service, you are employed. Okay, but in our part of the world, people don't like voluntary services. Not every organization will accept you, but you can try. Elements in the CV or resume. So with the elements in the CV or resume, you have your personal information, biodata. We call it normally the biodata. I will tell you the things that are not needed in the resume soon. So in the first item you provide, it's the first item you provide in the resume. It comes first. Your personal information. The recruiter most often look through some resumes to search for these things we are talking about. I'll ask Florentia whether they also consider that. You make it easy for them to see your name, your personal details. You normally enter the top, your email address, your telephone number, and all that. That's your personal information. Then avoid nicknames. And you want to go to say, my name is Florentia, aka. You should be serious and be formal. Then in the CV or resume, we also have career objectives in summary. So this should be a brief but attractive statement about your purpose in life, whether it aligns with that of the organization. So it should be well crafted as it shows the real you to the reader. It avoids pronouns and flowery language because it will set up with traditional removal for big words. That's not what they are looking for. Okay. Then your personal profile. So in place of career objectives, you could have your personal profile. So the personal profile, also known as the personal statement, the summary of your career portfolio. It immediately comes after your personal information. And it's a summary of who you are, your skills, and strength, and all that. If you are talking about your skills, please be careful the things you can do, and you are your skills that you actually have. Don't go and write things you can't do. I have this software skills, and hey, meanwhile, if you are asked questions about those skills in an interview, you'll be found wanting. So put the things you can do there. Then you come to your educational qualifications. So you state the school you have attended and the programs you have offered with the highest level needs, and include the names and locations of the schools from which you earn the degree. So you see, sometimes it's not from Ghana. Don't just mention the school. It is also a so university from university and from United States of America, from Canada, from Australia, from China, you indicate. Then your work experience, come to your work experience. So you list your relevant work experience with the most recent if you are going for the chronological one. Then your honors and awards. So if you are going for you are using your CV, then you add your honors, awards, and all that. If you are earning special recognition from school or business or anything, you add it. Your activities, volunteer work, interest, and all that, you add it. If you have additional skills, you add it. Then you should have references. But here, always refrain from writing references available on request on your resume. So this went out of style over a decade ago. Do create a reference list as soon as you can and have it available in case an employer asks for references. You must provide. So here, we are saying that with a reference, sometimes, for me, if I'm writing my resume, I normally add reference. Sometimes, some organizations will ask for your reference, but some job seekers or some applicants will write references available on request. You are telling them that references, if they need references, they should request, you give it to them. You should refrain from writing references available on request. Okay. So if you don't want to add references, don't add. Don't write references available on request. Sometimes, especially these developed countries, if they want references, they will ask. Sometimes if you are doing the application online, they already have the reference there. Or sometimes they will even ask for the emails of the references, and they will send them emails directly for them to write them. But don't put on your CV that references available on your request. It is not the right thing to do. Now, I told you that I'll be telling you I'll be mentioning some elements or some things that are not important on the resume. Flourish, are you there?
I'm with you.
What are some of the things you find it so annoying on resumes?
Mistakes.
the things that I'm talking about, elements that their job applicants are not supposed to put on their CVs or resumes.
So far, the ones I have there, they are very
That are not
simple.
significant.
They are
That's not,
insignificant, with the
yes.
exception of mistakes. You just flip through some, but the mistakes is what annoys us so much.
Mm, okay. But there are some things you shouldn't put on your CV. If they did, I remember I have I went on and said, I remember I was asked something. I didn't put something on my CV. I tried to remember that, and they said I should add it. Next time I should put it. It's been a long time. I think I checked this was about 10 years ago, and they told me add it. Was it age? So you see, it depends on the panels. There are some panel they why you need to add your date of birth, but it is sometimes not necessary to provide some information. If they need it, they should ask you. They will ask at the interview panel, or the organization will ask you social security number, your physical characteristics, that your gender, your height, weight, photograph, marital status, name and occupation of your spouse, your religion, maybe you were a Christian or all those things. These are not really key. They are not really key information. Florentia, do you think that someone putting their physical characteristics, their gender, their date of birth is important? Do you
No,
look? I want the practical from your side. Do you think
mm,
it's essential?
mhm.
Their
It
place
isn't
of birth,
essential. It isn't.
marital status, yeah, yeah. But I have been. I thought about. Actually, I have been on a panel where they requested for date of birth for marital status. I remember only one, and it's not the general panel. Everyone, just one person asked for that. Why didn't you put your date of birth? And I told them I really know it is essential. Said really, I say yes. So then they asked, and I told them, but date of birth, no. Marital status, the occupation of your spouse. So what should they do with the occupation of your spouse? So they are not really, really, really important for me. And sometimes you can even put them off. So I'm showing an example. It's in your model, so you can have access to it. So this is an example of a functional resume. So you can see that the person, please, can you see my screen?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
So you can see the person started with, I want the summary. So you can see it's very summarized. They talk about their student development, teaching, the relevant skills. It started with lesson planning. This is for a teacher. Also, our lesson planning skills, our student development skills, teaching skills. So you put everything together. But with the chronological, you see the chronological. So you start with your educational background, your personal details is there, your name, your address, your telephone number, your email. These are the most essential. Then you come to your educational background, where I want us to so you realize that with the skills, the competencies, even the educational background, uh, additional knowledge. So the working experience, yes, that's what I'm looking for. Please, can you see? I'm showing you how the chronological is like. So the working experience, can you see?
Yes, please.
And so they assume that the person started with maybe 20, the job the person is currently doing started in 2013 to date. So meaning the person is still doing that same job. So he started with the current date, so up to date. So he started with that then you tone it down to the your previous experiences. That is what I wanted to do. Like you can have the details in your model. If you don't have it, I'll send it to you. Using resume templates. So with the using resume templates, the template is on Word. I'll be showing you right now. In Word 2016, it comes with several installed templates that you can use to create letters, practice memos, and such. So you can get more templates from Microsoft's website, or you can create your own template. It's not compulsory. You can create your own template. So the Word 2016 template is a file that stores collection of styles associated with formatting and design features. So a resume template can help you design a resume that will impress everyone. So the template, here we are talking about a resume template. How you design your template is also important. It should be catchy. Catchy doesn't mean where you put flowers and stuff, but how you group your work experiences, your personal information, how the template looks like. It's important. So what are the reasons for using template? It also restricts the kind of information you provide. Sometimes with some templates you are restricted. You can't put charts there. It's only the important information you can put there, and it's provide basis for comparison. It's ensure fairness. So modifying your template first, you open Word and go to file. I'll be showing you. Then you click on new. With the type of resume in the search box, you click a resume template you want to use. Then you click and create to open the resume template in MS Word. Then you save the resume. So let's quickly look at this. So I'm going to show you my screen. So please, can you see my screen?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
What can you see? Friends, can you see my screen?
Blank
Yes,
space.
please. It's a
Very
blank
good.
word.
So I am going to
Thank
show you.
you.
Okay, so first I'm going to show you. Remember when we're doing the letters, the fonts for letters, and we were saying that. So this one I know everybody does. I look through it. So this is the font. You click here. Can you see my cursor?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
So
Yes,
you click.
please.
This is. So I mentioned that it's better you use. We mentioned three. The first one was Times New Roman, right? So let's use maybe caps. To Florentia. Florentia. So we are just looking at, so this is the Times New Roman. So let's highlight it. So let's say, then we also mentioned area. Do you remember? We mentioned area. So you can see. But if you go for other ones, like let's look at it. Let's look at, yeah, other fonts that is not right. It's not advisable you use that. So let's look at it. You see, it looks some way. So we mentioned that, and I think we mentioned calligraphy. So this is where you choose your font. So calligraphy. We also mentioned calligraphy. So we mentioned three. So I prefer that at least use the Times New Roman. Why do we have the best one and you want to use others? So the Times New Roman makes it very, very official and formal. So if you want to change, you highlight, then you change. So this is how the Times New Roman looks like. Can you all see? Then the font size. I think the current font size we are using is font size. Please, can you all see what I'm doing?
Yes, please.
Yes,
The font
madam.
size, we said that from 10 to 12. So this is font size 12. I hope it's visible. Can everyone?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, I think this is 11. 12, yeah. Then we said it's from 10 to 12. This is 10. 10 it's also not bad. And 11. This is also, we are saying that from 10 to 12. And this is 11. 10 to 12. Now, let's look at the types of templates. So with the types of template, let me go back. You open a blank page like this, or your Word. You open Word, then go to File. Please, can you all see my cursor? I'm clicking on File.
Yes, please.
So the format, you saw the process of choosing a template. So you click on File, then you go to New. Okay. So then you maybe you type, what are you searching for? Tell me, then I'll type for you. What are you looking for? What are we searching? Resumes and cover letters.
Resume and curriculum template.
So I've put in, okay, so let's choose resumes. Let's choose resumes. So that you resume. Then you click on enter. So you see it has given you various templates that you can use to write your resumes. So which one should we click? Tell me. Which one should we choose? Use the names. We have modern, chronological, blue, sphere, cover. We are not using the cover letter. Stylist teaching. Which one should we choose? Can you see my screen?
Modern chronological.
Modern, okay. Modern chronological. I think this one is modern okay, and this one is good. Okay, this is cover letter. So this is the modern chronological. So it has downloaded because I am on the internet. I have internet. Please, can you see?
Yes, madam.
Uh-huh. So you can see it has given us the template. So it means that you are going to use where you see the first name as last name. That is where you edit and put your name. Then the address and phone number, you put it there, your email address. So you see, we mentioned, I don't want us to, if you remember what we just did, that's the last thing we did. The templates, the advantage one was that it restricts you on the information you put there. So here, if you want to put your marital status, that you won't get a place to put marital status because you can only put your first name, your address, your email. Then you come to the experiences. So you see, you choose. Remember, you chose modern chronological. So it means it's a specific type of template. Which type of resume?
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Please, sorry for cutting. Please, we can't see the template. We only see a blank screen, a blank
Oh,
sheet. Sorry. Yes, please.
are you sure? Please, can anyone see?
At my end, I can
Madam,
only
please, we
see
see a
Yeah,
black face.
my too is
the
blank.
word page is
No,
blank.
please.
Oh,
It's all blank.
are you sure?
Yes, it's blank.
It's
Oh,
blank
oh,
space.
really?
Yes. Yes, please. It's a blank space.
What am I sharing? Alright, what can you see now? Please, can you see?
Please, yes,
Yes,
please.
Visible now.
I cannot see it.
visible now.
Okay. So you see, this is what someone mentioned that we should choose chronological. So this is what came. So this is the format. So there are a lot of formats. So if you think this format is not good for you, you choose a different. So you see, this one, it starts with your first name, your last name, then you come with your experiences, your education, then skills, activities. Okay, so it has grouped your skills and other experiences for you. So you will just put the left and so here. If it's you want to insert your name, you just start with your name. Maybe Florentia, what is your same name?
Not insane.
What?
It's plenty.
You see, I clicked on caps. Whether so this one automatically they have made it caps. Okay. So the format tells you what they want. You can't you can't do your own thing on the format. You are restricted. They have designed the format on how they want it to look like. So if it's not good for you, you go back and choose a different one. So the name, you just delete it and write your type your name. Florentia, sorry. Florentia Martinson.
Yes. Yes.
Am I right? Is that it?
No, it's NOTT.
M-O.
N for no. N and O. NOTTIN.
So M-A-T-I.
NO. N for
Okay.
no. O for orange.
N-O.
Then TT.
So spell your Martinson.
It's not Tinson. NON for Nana.
Ah,
O for orange. But Martinson too is okay. Let's maintain that one.
okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
So are you saying it's T-O? So let's assume this is it.
Okay.
Okay, so you type your name. If it's your address, you also type your address and all that. So I'm just showing you the template. So this is how the template looks like. Any question? Please, any question?
No, madam.
If you don't have a question, then I think we've come to the end of today's lecture. So if you have
Madam,
any questions, yes.
my question is that assuming one have worked in a particular company for let's say 10 years and I've gone through the ranks from the lower rank to the higher ranks.
Okay.
If you are doing the CV or the resumes, can you put the ranks as you rise from the lower ranks upwards? Can you do that, or you just have to do the company as, like, if it is ECG, you put ECG, or you can put the ranks by each year as you were promoted?
Oh, okay. So you are talking about maybe example, if you're working with Coca-Cola, but now you want to apply for a job at ECG.
Yes, please.
And you are talking about your resume. So with your current job, if you are using the chronological, you just input maybe you started 10 years ago, meaning 2016 to date. Then your skills, the things you were assigned, you are now going to list, since maybe you started from receptionist, and so you're going to put your skills there. That within that period, these are the things, what the experiences you have gathered. Please, you understand?
Yes, please.
So you put it in so 2016 to date. Then you come down, the skills and your experiences. You put together I know that definitely you won't acquire one skill for 10 years. You have acquired a lot of skills, or you are assigned a lot of what's duty. So you put all together there. You mentioned everything you were assigned to do there for the 10 years. And that the 2016 to the date. And that's the title. Do you understand?
Yes, please.
Please,
So
other hands are up. I think Prince hand is up, and
yes,
then Amesu.
please ask a question.
Okay, madam, please, a follow-up question on what my brother just asked. Then what, assuming the person is coming from the security service, you see, and the person has been in one particular unit for a longer period of time, and he's likely to rise through the ranks. So with this, is he supposed to write only his highest rank that he has attained, or he's supposed to list them as at when he attained those ranks?
Please repeat your question.
I am asking that, assuming the person find himself in the security service, assuming he has worked in the security service for like about 10 years, and he's
Mm-hmm.
now switching to a different organization. And in the security service, you can be in one particular unit for a very long period of time. So
Yeah.
with this, as the person rose through the ranks, is he going to list them as at when he attained those ranks, or is only expected to write the highest rank he has attained?
Okay. So because one is the same organization, as I said, the most important thing is your highest rank and your experiences you have at the skills you have achieved or the experiences you have gathered so far. You understand? The
Yes,
experiences
madam.
is what is needed. So you let them know that anybody, any panel that takes your CV and you see that you have been with an organization for 10 years, know that automatically you have risen through ranks. So you indicate that yes, you've been there from this period to this period to date. But make sure that you put your skills at every rank, what you were assigned to do, you put it there. The skills you got there. So it can be that now you are even at the decision, you are part of the middle level or the top level management. Means that the things you are doing is different from when you joined 10 years ago. So you put all together. You understand?
Yes, madam.
So the skills and the experience is what is important. Any other question? I can see any other hand. Please, whose hand is up? If you have any question, you can ask. Our time is up. So as you ask your questions, please check your message button. If you click on it, the info messages, a link has been put by William. William. It's a link to our WhatsApp page, our class WhatsApp page. So you click the link and you join, and you send it to your colleagues. Do we have? I hope now we have students from the various centers. Everyone here. Do we have students from Flash B? Do you have Flash B? People, any student from Flash B?
Yes, please.
But
Yeah,
what
yeah.
about Tamale business? Tamale, Tamale, Botek, Stokode,
Yes, yes, but tech. Yes, madam, we are there.
Stokode, are you there?
Yes, please, madam.
Riverview,
Yes, madam. Yeah, yeah.
Madam
ST,
River, we are here.
okay, ST,
Please, we are here.
Wa,
Yeah, yeah.
St. John's.
Sinyane too, we are here. The line
Okay,
is breaking up. Sinyane, we are here.
okay. So please try. Have you seen all? Please, I hope you've all seen the
Madam,
link.
please, yes. First center, please.
What? Pardon?
Madam, please, yes.
I can't hear anything.
Hello.
Madam, please,
repeat it again for us.
I'm saying that there is a link in the message column. Have you seen it? A WhatsApp link. So you click on it to join our WhatsApp page for this class.
Okay.
Our class, my class. So you click on the WhatsApp link. It's posted by William. So it's for the entire class, our class. So you click on the link and join right now. Please try
Madam,
and
please,
click
for
on
the
it.
purpose
I
of
am
those who
myself,
just
I'm here
joined.
to join. William, you can send it to my WhatsApp. Okay, I'll join.
Madam, please, I've done that.
Okay. I prefer you send it to my Vodafone number. So I'll send my Vodafone number to you, then you send it to me.
Very well.
Okay.
Hello, madam.
Thank you for your yes.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Please, I'm Sylvester from Fiasec.
Okay.
On our timetable, you are our tutor on that program. But when you check on the main online platform, is Dr. Anastasia. So we are a little bit confused here.
I don't know, but you see, for now you can join.
Okay.
For now you can join my class. I don't have any problem. Ask
Okay.
me. I will call. We will discuss together. I will discuss with her so that we know the way forward. Okay. But I don't have a problem. You can join my class. So
Okay,
if it
that's why
happens
you
that
were. That's why when you were mentioning the sentence, you didn't mention
okay,
Fiasec.
yeah. That's why I didn't mention you. I didn't see it as part of my group. But you can still join. I will discuss with her so that we know whether you belong to her class or not.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for your time. Please encourage your colleagues to join. And encourage them to join. Next week, same time, we will meet. Okay. And I'll share
Madam,
model with you. Yes.
please, Sinyani people, are we part of your class? Sinyani STU Center.
ST, yes. I mentioned ST.
Okay.
Or
All right.
yes, I mentioned
But the
ST.
link, I didn't hear because the line was breaking up. But the link I couldn't find, so I don't
It's
find
on the
anything.
please.
Hello, madam.
Can you see them? Can you see the link? If you are from one center
Please,
and you see the link, share with your colleagues. Okay.
madam, please, for the purpose of those who joined after the link has been posted, we can't see. So I'll
Oh,
plead with
okay.
our brother to
William,
repost it.
William, before
Yeah,
I
so
end the
do
class,
that and help us.
please
Okay.
repost it again. Why?
Okay, please.
So officially we closed. So we post so that they can join before we end the class. Thanks for your time. Enjoy your day.
Thanks,
Thank
madam.
you, madam. We like your presentation. Bye bye.
All right.